Hello and welcome, everyone. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Okay, excited to be here. Hello, hello, hello. Wow, Father, thank you. Thank you, Lord, for today, and thank you for the grace to come again on a live here on YouTube, and for the privilege of sharing some insights on marriage and what it takes to have a healthy, solid, good, happy marriage. Okay, and I say this not as the expert on marriage or as the person who knows everything that you need to do, but yes, I am a marriage and family life coach, and I'm also married, have been married for 21 plus years, and that has been quite an interesting journey. Thankfully, I'm married to my best friend, who we have grown together and we are learning from each other, and it's been amazing. So I'm honored and grateful for this opportunity to be here on this live. All right, so I look forward to seeing other people join me soon, but whichever way it goes, we are here. We are here. And, I want to say this to encourage anyone who has scheduled something, has aimed to do something, has tried and struggled, and maybe it's been difficult. You're challenged by circumstances, situations that drag you back, or you're discouraged. I want to encourage you today that if you would just push a little harder, if you just move a little further, you'll be amazed at what can come of it. So thank you so much for joining me here. Or for those who will watch the replay, I want to say a big thank you to you as well. All right, so today, I don't know if you can tell that I'm trying to stall, right, to get at least one or two people to join in. But I am very excited that I have the opportunity to be here and to do this live, because one of the things that you realize is that life gets so busy as you get older, as life unfolds, and sometimes you have to make out the time, determine to do the things that will make for the future that you want to see. And you show up sometimes for yourself and you show up for other people, but you show up because it's important to do so. My wig is looking a bit askew, right? Yeah, it's a wig. For those of you who thought this was hair. Nope, it's a wig. All right, so welcome, welcome, welcome. Okay, let me just post that this is live. We are live. Okay. Awesome, awesome, awesome. And I'll do the same. Okay, welcome. Thank you. I see someone has joined me. Thank you so much for coming. Okay. Yeah, amazing. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Please drop a comment, say hello in the chat so I can see you. I can see who's there. Oh, wow. Yeah, welcome. Thank you so much. I want to see all messages, so please drop a message. Let's see that you are here. Thank you so much. Thank you for joining in. You are most welcome. All right. Oh, Blue Gamer 88. Hi. Welcome. Thank you for coming. Yay, that's amazing. Blue Gamer. Interesting name. Welcome. Okay, so today we're going to go into a topic that I think is quite interesting. My name is Olivia. I love your name, Olivia. Thank you, Olivia. Thank you for joining in. You are most welcome. All right, so I am here. My name is Tolu, and I am a family life coach. I'm also a marriage coach, okay, as well as a public speaking coach. I do many things, but I'm here today to share some thoughts on marriage. We've been running the marriage series for about 2 years now. I was amazed when I checked the records and saw that we started on LinkedIn as an audio room. And of course, we advanced to a live as LinkedIn advanced. But it became obvious that we would need to come directly to YouTube so that we could connect with people directly because of all the drama with the interface. I think maybe partly because of where I am streaming from. So we just kept having difficulty. You try to get people to join in. Hi, welcome. We would try to get people to join in during the meeting, but it would not stream until way after, sometimes a whole hour after. And it became clear that we had to find a way to change strategy so that you could engage, because I don't want to just come here and just talk by myself. If I was going to do that, and I would just put up a video, but I want you to be able to engage with me. I want to be able to see that Blue Gamer 88 has a name and that her name is Olivia. That's beautiful. I love that I see that in the comments. Please drop a comment as you join in. Thank you so much. Wow, I see 5 people have joined in. That's amazing. I'm sure there may be others that will join us too as we proceed. So thank you for being here. And I am so grateful, so grateful to be able to finally be able to come back here and get this done, because it's been on my mind, it's been on my heart, but somehow we haven't been able to do that. Oh, thank you for that, Olivia. Thank you so much. All right, so today we're going to be talking about this happy marriage, right? This healthy marriage that a lot of us desire. Some of us have had, and then as time has progressed, things have happened, life has happened, and it's like, oh, we've lost it. Some people have never had a happy marriage. Some people don't even know what that is like. Some people dread marriage as a whole because they just think, look, the odds are stacked against me. There's no point. Whatever your mindset is, right, it's good to be able to understand the ingredients, the things that make for a healthy marriage, so that when you put your hand to the plow, you don't look back, so to speak. A lot of people approach marriage looking back. Lanidis, is that Lanidis or Yanidis? P, welcome. Thank you so much. Thanks for your comment. Welcome. So it's important that we understand this. And so we're taking this in 2 segments. Now, just to introduce myself afresh, my name is Tolu Ekwe. I am a public speaking as well as family life and marriage coach. And I help people to be able to improve the quality of their relationships by improving the quality of communication in those relationships. Because the better you communicate, the better you connect. And here's the beautiful thing. Communication is not just talking. It's listening. It's understanding. It's responding. And so we need to learn how to connect on those levels. And there's so much more involved in marriage, okay? So today we want to look at this matter of what a woman brings to the table in a good marriage. Have you heard that question before? I don't know if any of you have seen those skits. There's some drama skits some comedians would do, and it's like, what do you bring to the table? And the woman will answer very snugly and smugly and be like, I am the table. Ooh, hot, you know? But seriously, what does a woman bring to the table? What is it that if a woman does in a marriage would make for a good marriage? And of course, the flip side will also be true, that if she does not bring these things to the table, then the marriage may suffer. It's important to know these things, because if we don't identify them, then different theories would be propagated. We would try this, we'll try that. It depends. But again, I always like to bring it back to the foundation and say, who instituted marriage? What's the point of marriage? So those are questions that we have answered in the past and we've asked over and over again, and I think we should still ask, okay, so that it guides our understanding of the marriage relationship. But today we're going to delve in, especially, remember that I always say this, and unashamedly, okay, that I really do believe in the Bible. I believe that in that as the foundation. for the Christian marriage. And that's important to say because there are different types of marriages. And there's no way we can be applying the rules for one type of marriage in a different type of marriage. So I have tried to do that in the past. And I know many people have tried to do that, but you see, it doesn't work because we have to say what are the rules of engagement? Who designed this? Whose rule book are we following? What are we trying to apply here? Okay. Now, when we look at what a woman brings to the table in a good, healthy marriage relationship, the first thing we should look at is what are the myths? What are the ideas that people have that may not really be helping? Okay. That may help us even understand some of the suffering that's going on in many marriages, because if we think it's one thing that we're supposed to be bringing and we're bringing it with all our strength and all our energy and it's not working, then maybe we need to rethink it. So some of these ideas that may come to mind, income, for example. Now I know that in certain climes, money is much more of a challenge, especially for people in the working class, because it's like, look, every bill matters, every penny counts, and if you don't bring something solid to the table, then you're going to be stressing me, and or vice versa, and everybody's counting exactly what percentage is everybody bringing. And that is a matter of policy and a matter of countries and a matter of many other things that we can't really go into here. But is that the issue? Would it be okay if everybody brought exactly the number of pennies they were supposed to bring, the number of dollars, the number of pounds, the number of naira, lira, whatever, that they're supposed to bring? Would that solve everything? Would everybody be happy? Would marriage finally be okay? Yes. Now we have equal amounts of money coming from both sides. We're all good. Okay. Or maybe it's cooking or housekeeping. If a woman could just do these things, take care of a house, keep everywhere tidy, decorate beautifully, keep the babies well taken care of and well fed, everything would be okay. Surely, that must be the ingredient. That must be the thing that we're looking for. Is it? Or could it be beauty? When she looks fine, when she has all the right curves, when she has all the lips and fingertips and the hips and everything is exactly where it ought to be, every hair in the right place. Is that it? Is that what would make a happy marriage? Or better, she keeps fit. So she's slim and she stays slim even through pregnancy. She manages to just look like she's carrying a bump. She drops the bump. She continues to stay fit. Okay, if she can just keep fit, then everything will be fine. For some people, it is even more serious. It is matters like how much she looks like the model wife. There's a look for a homely wife, and there's another type of look for a not homely wife. So she needs to dress a certain way because in our culture, we don't accept people dressing this way. What do you think? What are the thoughts, the myths that come up in your own environment? What are the myths that you have come across? The ideas that people have about how a woman ought to be for a marriage to work out well? Please drop some in the comments and let's see what your thoughts are. What do you think are the things that if a woman would just do these things, everything would be fine? Or what are the myths that you have come across in your environment where you feel like, this is what is the standard in my culture or in my environment? Please drop them in the chats. And while you do, we'll just proceed. Okay, so is a woman's value her looks or how submissive she is, or how submissive she appears? If she keeps saying, yes, ma, yes, sir, yes, everybody, and puts her hands together and bows to everybody, does that make her a good woman? Does that make her the material that a good marriage is made of? What are the myths you have come across? She's a nurturer. I like the way she takes care of children. I like the way she takes care of little children around her environment. Ah, she'll be a good mom. Yeah, she's a good wife. She sounds like good wife material. She looks like good wife material. Or maybe she should just be able to do it all, balance everything. She can have a full-time job, also raise perfect kids, also serve the man like a slave, also take care of his extended family. She can do all those things. If she can do all of those, then she's a good fit. So these are many of the different reasons why people think, okay, this is what makes for a good woman, or a woman needs to bring these to the table so that a marriage can work. There are cultures where it is even completely the woman's responsibility to make a good marriage. So if there's any problem, and it doesn't matter whether the problem is violence from the man, whether it is anger issues, whether it is him sleeping outside all night, whatever it is, it's her fault because she does not know how to keep a man. So it's entirely the woman's responsibility. So these are some ideologies and thoughts that people have from different sources. Maybe it's how they were raised. Maybe it's how culture is where they are. Maybe it's a religious thing or an ideology thing. Maybe it's something that has been handed from generation to generation. Whatever the case, these ideas are very strong and they determine what people choose to do in their marriages. I would really love to see in the comments what myths you may have come across. But the good thing is, from the Christian perspective, there's a design and there's a reason for the design. Now let's talk a bit about design. If you look at a house or if you look at a car, and you may say, this design is interesting, but I want to tweak it. I want to remove the tire from the front right and put it at the top of the car. I'd like to remove the left tire and put it on the side, just above the door or just below the window on the side. You see, you can do that, but it's going to affect the function of that car because part of the design of the car is for function. It's for functionality. It's not just for aesthetics. It's not just how it looks. It's how it will work. So when they balance 2 tires in front and 2 tires at the back a certain way of a particular specification, a lot of physics has gone into it. A lot of permutations, calculations have gone into it. So you could redesign it and restructure it, but it won't give you the same results. Could it be that that is part of the problem that many marriages are facing today? That we are redesigning and remodeling and restructuring according to what we like, according to our tastes, according to our desires, according to our whims and caprices, and it is not working. Could it be that maybe we want to revisit why things were done the certain ways that they were? So that if we understand why, we may see why it's not as wise to alter some of these things. Okay? Of course, things will change. Things must change. Life is happening. But maybe we want to explore some of those. I like the verse, Ephesians chapter 5, verses 22 to 24. It says, wives, so in verse 22, it says, wives, submit yourselves to your own husbands as you do to the Lord. At the end of this video, I'm going to post the link to another video I had done previously that was talking about submission. It's on our new channel, so if you can look for it, or I'll also drop the link for that. Okay, our new channel is called Marriage Menders, and it is going to be focused specifically on marriage so that we can separate the marriage and public speaking arms of what we do. Okay, but that video talks about and breaks down this matter of submission so that we understand it not just as something that has to be done, but understand why and how it works. Okay, but I'll just highlight a few things from that. One, it says that submission is not slavery. It is not silence. It is not passivity. Okay, so if that's not what it is, then what is it, right? Submission is the voluntary alignment. It's the choosing, look, I've got all this power. I've got all this wisdom. I've got all this knowledge. I've got all this capability and all this skill. I choose to use all of it to cooperate with you. So it's an attitude of cooperation. It's the ability to say, look, I'm very smart. I know a lot of things. There are ways in which I can outdo you. You know, when it comes to words generally, and I've said that in another video, most of us women have more words. We are more equipped with words. We can speak words and we can spit out words that can hurt, go straight for where it hurts the most. So we can do that. But we choose instead to hold back on that and to use our ability with words to build up, to help, to equip, to nurture, to strengthen and uphold. It's a choice. And this is the part that is difficult, especially when the other person doesn't deserve it. It's difficult. But this is one major ingredient for a healthy marriage. Why? So in that video, I also described this, and I'll just touch on it a bit. Imagine that you're a driver and someone is in the passenger seat. And that person in the passenger seat feels that they know better about how to drive this car. So they struggle with you about how to push the steering and where to push it to and what direction to go. What do you think is going to happen? You guys are speeding on the road. You will have an accident. And that's what the absence of submission is that there's rebellion, there's anarchy, everybody's going head to head. Somebody needs to be in charge. And truly, in many ways, it could be either. The woman could be in charge, the man could be in charge. In a Christian marriage, God has designed it for the man to be in charge. But what does that mean? We'll be talking about that in the next series, okay? Today is more for the woman. What does a woman need to bring to the table? So I'm not here to talk about a woman's culinary skills or about a woman's ability to arrange a home and to take care of children, because truth be told, couple by couple, case by case, you will find that the man may have more of those strengths than the woman. In one way, he may be a better cook, or he may be better at taking care of the children. The better person should be able to do more. Why not? Because there is teamwork and there's alignment. So what are you looking for in a godly woman, or in a good woman, or in a woman who is going to most likely help you to build a good home? It's this ability to cooperate. It's this ability to hear you out, to respect and regard what the other person is saying, the ability to listen, the ability to cooperate, to say, okay, I have my ideas, I have my thoughts, I hear yours. Okay, let's do yours and see what happens. Or, here's what I think. However, you get to call the shots. Now, what tends to happen in many marriages, because that sounds like you're putting yourself in trouble. If you're a woman and someone is telling you to do this, how does it sound? Can you put in the chat? What does that feel like? Oppression? Scary? How does that feel? The reality is, even though it feels like you're putting yourself at risk, what you are in fact doing is strengthening that relationship. You're making it possible for the leader to lead. There is nothing more frustrating. I have been in leadership positions where the people who I'm supposed to be leading are refusing to cooperate. It is so difficult. Because at the end of the day, I know that the buck stops at my table. But these people are not letting me do leadership. They are opposing me. They are resisting me. It is hard. And it's hard for any leader when their followers, when the people they're supposed to be leading are not working with them. It is difficult. And there are many men who are suffering because they know that they have a plan, or maybe they're not even clear on the plan, but they need the help and cooperation of their spouse. Look, I don't really know all the ropes. I don't really know everything, but I need you to work with me, not against me. Because if you're working against me and I already feel like I don't know, I already feel inadequate, you're going to just completely destroy my self-esteem. I'm speaking now as a man, or speaking for the man, okay? But that's what happens in many marriages. It's that the absence of this willingness to cooperate means that we are going head to head. It means that on top of all the other concerns, responsibilities, worries that this person has, they also have to deal with the fear of anarchy in the home, the fear of rebellion in the home, because this person is fighting against them. So on top of all the other enemies they have to deal with outside, they have to deal with an enemy of sorts inside. And that's not true, because the woman actually is not trying to be an enemy. She's trying to make sure everything works out. But who is holding the steering wheel? So this is the fundamental part of marriage, the willingness. I didn't say the always cooperatingness, but the willingness to cooperate. So what does that mean in practical terms? What are some of the things that she'll be doing if she has a willingness to cooperate? One would be support. It will be that she is in agreement with him. So let me tell you a bit about this. Now, there have been couples that we've counseled, right, where you find that the man and the woman have opposing ideas about something simple, maybe which school their child should go to. So the man says, I think we should go with this school because of A, B, C. And the woman says, no, I think we should go to this other school because of X, Y, Z. They sit down, they talk about it. Eventually the man says, you know what? I'm insisting. I'm the one who's going to pay this bill, or I'm the one who, whatever is the reason, let's go with ABC. Now, what will an attitude of cooperation look like in that situation? It would mean that she's saying, I did not agree with this thing, but this is what you've chosen on our behalf. Therefore, let's do it. She won't fill his ears and the ears of everyone else who's listening with, this is not what I wanted. I didn't want to go there. I don't know how come this is happening. No, she would go with him on this journey because this is where we're going. Because she can't say, okay, this child is going to go in the morning to your school and in the evening to my school. That's not going to help the child. That's going to cause a lot of conflict. And this is the part where, for us as women, it looks like we are being taken for granted. It looks like we are being suppressed. It looks like someone is overriding you. Now, in a healthy marriage, you should be able to communicate and say, look, this is what it looks like. This is how I feel about this, but I'm going with you, and I'm hoping that we can achieve this. Now, in the school I was recommending, this, that, and the other are present, and they are absent in this school we're going to. So how do we augment? Because this is what we're trying to achieve. And by the time you're done with all the negotiating, you will find that the child gets the maximum benefit, because that child is going to one school, but there's maybe some way at home that you're augmenting what's missing from that school, because our end goal is something that we are achieving together. This is the cooperation that needs to be developed in a healthy marriage relationship. Nobody is trying to oppress the other person. It's not a good sign if one person has to say, you know what, I put my foot down, this is what it is, and that's final. That's not a good sign. That's a sign that there's something fundamentally wrong with that relationship. We're not a team. We're not being friends. And of course, we need to address that. And that's part of what we do in counseling, is helping couples to become a team. It's helping two people with two different ideologies and two different mindsets to see how much they can fit together. And you see how my hands are? This finger is fitting into the space here. If this finger insists on going this way, it will not make progress. Okay? So, but we fit this way because I fill in where you're missing, where there's a lapse, and you fill in where there's a lapse in my life. This is how we build teams. And so that's one very important thing is support. It's that I am with you. We have had our conversation, we've had our differences in opinion, but at the end of the day, I'm on your team. And I'm not going to present a conflicting perspective on the outside. I'm going to stick with you. We're in this together. So that is one. The other is also believing in his vision. This is still part of support. It's that you understand what this person is about and you're believing in their vision. That belief shows itself in different ways. There are sacrifices you will make because let's go. This is what we're trying to achieve. There are things you will do that will suggest that, yes, I believe in you. I believe in what you're trying to achieve and I'm on your team. There's also encouragement during low seasons because with every vision that is worthwhile, there will be times when you're discouraged. So when he's getting discouraged, he has somebody who says, hey, you've got this. I believe in you. Someone in his corner. When everybody else is saying you're a failure, you're useless, you've got nothing, you're nobody. When the whole world is looking down on him, browbeating him, making him doubt himself and wonder whether he knows what he's really about. He has this one person in his corner who says, listen, they may not see you, but I see you. I see your heart. I see who you are going to be. I see that you are a mighty man waiting to happen. They've not seen you yet, but I see it. And because of that, he's able to keep moving. That's part of what a woman is supposed to do. And many, when they say, have you heard the saying, behind every great man, there is a woman. Mm-hmm. What is that woman doing? She's not just cooking meals and taking care of the house. No, she's believing in him. She's encouraging him. She's telling him, listen, this is who you are. This is what you stand for. Don't let all these negative things tell you otherwise. And a woman who can do that for a man, a woman who can do that for a good man, will get a man's loyalty. She will win his heart. Okay, so that is one. Another, we can't go through all of them at all, but I'm going to touch on maybe one or two more. But I would like to hear in the comments, what are your thoughts about that? Support. Support. If you're a man, what do you think? What has been your experience with support? And in the absence of support, how does it feel? If you don't get the support of your spouse, what is that like? All right. So let's move on to another very important component. And this one, many people argue against, but I'd like to hear what you think. It's friendship. Can your wife be your friend? Should your wife be your friend? Can we build friendship between a man and a woman? Is it possible? Please respond in the comments. Let's see what you think. Is it possible for a man and his wife to be friends? Not to act friendly, but to be friends. Is it possible? Is it possible to be friends? Please, I'd love to see your comments. Thank you so much for watching. Is it possible to be friends? And I ask this because for many people, friendship, so among guys, what is friendship? It's that person that has your back, isn't it? It's that person when things are down. You may have all these guys you hang out with, my G, hey, my guy, hey, how far? You know, but when it comes down to, look, I'm in distress, I don't know what to do. You probably have one or two people that you can count on, that you can go to and say, listen, I'm in trouble. Can your wife be one of those? Is it possible? Can your husband be one of those? Is it possible? So for many couples, they haven't started that way. And so it's like, I don't know how to become friends. And guess what? That's part of what we do in counseling. We help couples to build friendship. Friendship can be built with anybody. If you think about the people who are your friends, you'll find that it's not impossible to become friends, to build friendship. There are certain things you do that will build friendship, and there are certain things you do that destroy friendship. So we just help you to build friendship in the context of marriage. Okay, so but yes, friendship is very important as one of the ingredients that a woman can bring to the table. And to be a friend means what? Part of it is that you're offering a safe space for the other person to be vulnerable. Now, I'm speaking from the perspective of a woman. Remember that we said that in the next one, we're going to talk about the men. For a woman, we are used to being vulnerable. It's not that hard. We come together, we meet a few other women at an event, one or two conversations, one or two questions, and boom, we're saying how we lost our mother the other time and how this happened. And, it's not hard. For men, many men have been taught from when they are little to be strong, to be a man, not to cry. So they learn to protect their hearts. And I've never been a man, but I am told that inside there, they are so soft that they protect it with everything they've got. So imagine that someone has protected his heart, has protected himself from any kind of vulnerability. Not in the office. Nobody knows that he feels like crying. Nobody knows that he's something's eating him up inside. He puts up a strong face. He puts up a strong facade and just keeps going. But then he has this one person that he can come home to and say, listen, I'm not feeling good today. I don't know if I can make this. I don't know if I can do this. And that's part of what friendship is that there's a safe space that he doesn't have to form. That's what we call it. We used to call it forming. I don't know, young people probably have something else for that now. But forming is this putting up a front, okay? And he doesn't have to put up a front with you. He can be honest with you and say, I'm not happy. I don't know what else to do. I am stressed. I am tired. Of course, it's not something a woman wants to hear every day, right? So, but in those moments where you need support, you want to know that the woman is ready to hear you, that she's ready to comfort you and to encourage you and to tell you, hey, it's going to be all right. What do you need? How can I help? That's what a friend would do. And that's what a man would need from a woman. So unfortunately, and let me step back a bit, here's the problem. If one of the major things a woman needs to bring is submission, and that submission includes support, includes friendship, includes all these other things that we don't have the time to go into, right? But she needs to be able to bring all of that. One major obstacle is when she doesn't respect the man. It is very hard to submit to a man that you do not respect. Here is where the problem lies. Because what you should do, it just makes sense logically, right? Is that if I'm supposed to be submitting to this person, then I should be looking out for the qualities that I respect when I'm selecting the person that I'm going to be submitting to. Unfortunately, we look for other things. Is he tall? Is he dark? Is he handsome? Is he rich? What's your portfolio like? Those are the things people ask at the beginning. Does he have a car? Does he have a house? All those things that are very easy to lose. Those are the things a woman is looking for. And those are not the things that build for respect. Because most women who are worth their salt are not going to be respecting you because of what you own. Because what you own is plus or minus. It can come, it can go. They're going to be respecting you because of who you are. So how do you identify who a person is enough to know whether they are somebody you can respect? Those are some of the things that we guide with during premarital counseling to help people to understand the things that are valuable to them and the things that they need to be looking out for, so they're not distracted by many of these other things that blind the eyes. And vice versa. Because a man who knows that he needs a submissive woman, a woman who will cooperate with him down the line, if he's blinded by the curves, which are temporary, one pregnancy would distort it, or the looks, her skin, etc., her hair these days, okay, so this hair I'm wearing right now is not mine, right? As in I bought it, and it's a cap, I can take it off. This is the reality with many of the things that a lot of men are attracted to. So you're not seeing what you ought to see. You're seeing what you don't really need, the things that don't really count in the long run. Those are the things that you're seeing. And those are the things that are pulling you. And those are the things that you're saying, oh, I need to do this. I love this. I love her. Why? She looks this, she looks that. So when the looks change, what happens? Some of us are putting up an act, acting a certain way whenever we see each other. And it doesn't help with especially long distance relationships, etc., where you're able to just pretend in a small space and then off you go again. So you're not getting to know one another. Now, I'm not advocating cohabiting and all those things. I think that's just a complete distortion of the order of things, because what that does is it puts the cart before the wheel. You don't see clearly. You start sleeping together too early before you even understand what it is that you're looking for in the other person. It completely blinds your eyes. And that's another problem. Many people end up in a relationship because they have started things that have blocked them from seeing these qualities that they should be looking out for. All right, so this is basically what I wanted to share with us today. There are so many other things that a woman brings to the table. Of course, we've talked of the attitude of cooperation, a nurturing spirit, respect, wisdom and discernment, very important, okay? There are so many other things. But also, understand that when a woman's place is valued, when a woman is valued in a relationship, ooh, a man enjoys his life. Because do you know what it means to have someone in your corner who is seeing all your blind spots, who is on your side rooting for you, who is praying for you, who is on your matter, who is interested in your well-being? It's a beautiful thing, and that's the design. The design is not for us to contradict one another, to compete with one another, to try to outdo one another, to try to outlead one another and cause chaos. At the end of the day, boom, divorce. Who suffers? Everyone, including the children. No, that's not the design. But we need to learn the right precepts so that we will honor the relationship and get the maximum benefit out of it. Okay, so if you need any guidance on how to choose a partner or how to build camaraderie and friendship in your relationship, or how to improve the connection or the communication between the two of you, or even how to submit. You're like, look, hey, I'm stubborn. Oh. By nature, I'm stubborn. Babes, let me tell you, that was me. Stubborn. I could argue. I would want to win my argument. I want to prove that I'm right. That was me. But it was not helping. The other thing I used to do, should I tell you, was clam up. I'm upset, I would shut down. And I wouldn't say a word. And I hope you know that that silence, that type of silence is very noisy. It's very loud. But you see, I learned over time, through the process that I now teach, how to instead communicate my thoughts. And we learned to work through those thoughts and to become better. And now that doesn't happen anymore. And that's what I share also in counseling, is to help you to improve the quality of your communication, the quality of your relationship. So if that sounds like something that you want to do, you want to improve the quality of your relationship, because there's all kinds of relationships, but you want to get better. You want to improve the quality of your relationship. As a woman, you want to say, you know what? I realize that I have been many things, but submissive is not one of them. And I want to try to learn to submit. Please send a DM, send a message, or connect on the link that I will attach to this video. And I look forward to seeing you on the next one. Thank you so much for joining in. If you have not subscribed to this channel, please subscribe, hit the notification bell so you get informed when something new comes up on this channel. And don't forget to like and share. All right. So thank you so much. I hope you got value. If you got value, would you just drop something, say hi, say, I don't know, something. Drop something in the comments so I know that you are here. I see some people are here with me. So drop a comment. Drop a comment. Okay, hi again. Thank you so much. Olivia, thank you. Thank you so much. Anyone else, drop a comment just so I know that you've been here. So please don't forget to subscribe to this channel, as well as we are going to be moving to the next one. Okay, so I'm trying to get as many subscribers on that one. It's called The Marriage Menders. And we need to get it up to a certain number before we can go live on that channel. That's why we're still doing our live here. But thank you so much. Thank you for joining in. And we're going to wrap it up here. So look forward to seeing you again in 2 weeks, live on this or the other channel. All right, take care then, and bye for now.